Ancient strategy, modern sales, one usable line per episode.
Last time, don't change them, change conditions. Today, the illusion of influence. And why most of what we call influence is really just reaction. I consider myself pretty good at reading people. I adjust my pitch on the fly, mirror their energy, pick up on cues. I thought that was influence.
That's adaptation. Valuable, but not influence.
What's the difference?
Adaptation means you're reacting to what they give you. Influence means you shaped what they're thinking before they give you anything. By the end of this episode, you'll know how to stop reacting and start engineering the outcome.
So when I'm in a meeting, reading the room, adjusting in real time, I'm not influencing. I'm following.
You're skilled at following, but the direction was set by someone else.
That's uncomfortable to hear. I always thought quick adaptation was the mark of a good salesperson.
It's the mark of a good reactor. A good influencer has already shaped the conversation before it starts. The adaptation is a safety net, not the strategy.
So real influence happens before the meeting.
Before, during, and in between. But it's designed, not improvised. Sun Tzu made this distinction clearly. Ning shi di ren zi ji zhe, li ji yi, ning shi di ren bu der ji zhe, hai ji yi. He who can make the enemy come of his own accord does so by offering advantage. He who can prevent the enemy from coming does so by threatening harm.
You create the conditions, and they move on their own.
In Weak Points and Strong, Sun Tzu describes the master commander, one who controls the battlefield without the enemy realizing it. Gu Shan Gong Zhe, Di Bu Ji Qi Suo Shou. The skilled attacker strikes where the enemy cannot defend. Not through surprise, through design. The enemy responds to a situation that was engineered.
So influence isn't a talent. It's a design skill.
Exactly, and it has 3 components. Each one you can build deliberately.
Show me.
The 3 layers of engineered influence. Control the agenda. Seed the criteria, shape the emotion, do all 3, and the decision forms before you make the ask.
Let's start with the agenda.
Whoever sets the agenda controls the conversation. If the prospect sets it, you're answering their questions. If you set it, they're exploring your framework. Before any meeting, send a brief agenda. Here's what I'd like us to cover, and one question I'd love your input on. Now you've shaped the path. This doesn't mean controlling the conversation rigidly. It means choosing the starting point. And starting points determine destinations.
Second layer, seed the criteria.
Before a prospect evaluates your solution, they need criteria. Most salespeople let the prospect define those criteria on their own, or worse, let a competitor define them. Instead, in your pre-meeting conversations, introduce the criteria that favor your strengths. The 3 things companies in your space care most about are X, Y, and Z. If those criteria are genuinely relevant, you set the evaluation framework. Third, shape the emotion. Decisions aren't made on logic alone. They're confirmed by emotion. Before the meeting, create a sense of possibility. Share a quick win. Describe what success looks like for someone like them. When they walk into the meeting already feeling optimistic, your proposal amplifies that feeling instead of creating it from scratch.
So the meeting becomes confirmation, not persuasion.
Because you've already done the work. The meeting is just where the design becomes visible.
3 layers, agenda, criteria, emotion. All set before the conversation.
Now here's what most people miss. These 3 layers compound. Set the agenda, and the criteria feel natural. Seed the criteria, and the emotion follows. Shape the emotion, and the decision forms before the close.
So I don't need to be the most charismatic person in the room.
Charisma is overrated in sales. Design is underrated. The quiet person who engineers the conditions outperforms the charming one who wings it, every time. Let's make this concrete. 3 moves you can do this week. Move 1. Before your next meeting, send a one-line agenda. I'd like us to explore specific topic and get your perspective on specific question. That's it. Takes 30 seconds. Changes the entire meeting.
Move 2.
In your next discovery conversation, name the 3 criteria that matter most in their space and explain why. From what we see, the companies getting results focus on A, B, and C. You've just set the evaluation framework, and it happens to align with your strengths.
And move 3.
Before the meeting, share one success story that matches their situation. Not a case study, a quick anecdote. One company like yours saw X result in Y timeframe. A single data point wrapped in a story. It seeds optimism, and optimism compounds. The one line.
Let's hear it.
Influence is engineered, not forced.
Design the outcome, don't perform your way to it.
Every time you feel the urge to be more persuasive, pause. Have you set the agenda? Seeded the criteria? Shaped the emotion? If not, you're improvising. And improvisation is reaction wearing a confident mask.
So the best influences don't look like influences.
They look like people who are always prepared. That's because they are. Here's a test. After your next meeting, ask yourself, did I set the agenda, or did I follow theirs? If you followed, next time, send that one-line agenda first. Watch the dynamic change.
You're testing whether I'm leading or reacting. What if the prospect resists my agenda?
Then you've learned something valuable. Their resistance tells you what they care about. That's not a failure, that's intelligence. Adjust the design. Don't abandon it.
3 tools. Influence is engineered, not forced. Set the agenda, and seed the criteria. All about design, not charisma.
Let's lock them in.
My takeaway: most of what we call influence is actually reaction, adapting to conditions someone else set. Real influence is engineered. You control the agenda, you seed the criteria, you shape the emotion, the decision forms before you make the ask.
Keep going.
Sun Tzu's master commander controls the battlefield through design, not force. In sales, that means engineering the conditions, agenda, criteria, emotion, so the meeting is confirmation, not persuasion. One principle: influence is engineered, not forced.
Drill zone. Come back here before any high-stakes meeting. You're about to walk into an important meeting. You feel the urge to be more charming, more persuasive. What do you tell yourself?
Influence is engineered, not forced.
Again, like the commander who shapes the battlefield before the first move.
Influence is engineered, not forced.
Good. Now the agenda move.
Send one line: I'd like us to explore X and get your perspective on Y.
And the criteria seed.
Companies getting results focus on A, B, and C.
The sequence. Big meeting ahead. First, influence is engineered, not forced. Second, send the agenda. Third, seed the criteria. Don't react to the conversation. Design it.
Agenda, criteria, emotion.
This week's test. Pick one meeting. Before it starts, send a one-line agenda and share one success anecdote. That's all. See how the conversation flows differently.
And if it flows better?
You've just experienced the difference between reacting and engineering. One exhausts you, the other compounds.
Which move should I try first?
Whichever fits your week. A. Influence is engineered, not forced. B. Send a one-line agenda before the meeting. Or C. Companies getting results focus on A, B, and C. Drop your pick in the comments. I read every one.
What's next?
How resistance forms unconsciously, and why the defensive reaction you're fighting was triggered long before you noticed. Same calm tone. One usable line.
Ancient strategy, modern sales, one usable line per episode.